and that and the topic is not even about that. You
Yeah,
know.
you right, bro. You know what? I feel you because like I got a perfect example. Like how you say if you have a like if somebody already has like something in their mind that they already ahead of time they know they're going to stand on, they're not going to change, then you can't do nothing. Like me and you, like you don't like Kenya as much as me, but we can still have a conversation. And I can tell you the pros and cons of different countries, and we can like, all right, that's good. That's all right. You're right there. You're wrong there. And we have because we're not like we can see the pros and cons to whatever we on. But if somebody already has in their mind, like, listen, I don't like. I'm already against everything you're saying. I'm gonna make it wrong. I'm gonna make something up to make it. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a conversation with people like that. So that's why me, I'm proud of you for even trying to have a dialogue with him. But I already knew that. That's why I don't even when he come around. I don't. I run, bro. You add him on a panel. I'm like, I'm gone, bro. I don't even like certain people. Like if we can't agree, this is blue. Like sky is blue and the grass is green. If we can't agree on that, I can't talk to you. Like,
That's the tiger and the donkey story that I was just talking about.
Mm.
The donkey was
Yeah,
arguing with the tiger that the grass was blue, and the
yeah.
tiger's like, certainly the grass is green. So he got tired and went to the lion. The lion was the king of the jungle, and
Mm.
the donkey goes to the lion, says, King, can you just tell the tiger that the grass is blue so he can stop arguing me? He's offending me, or punish him. So the lion turns around and punishes the tiger. And the tiger doesn't argue with it. The donkey walks away and is all happy and bragging that the fucking grass is blue. But after the donkey walks away, the tiger accepts his punishment of silence. But he says, King, now you know the grass is green. He goes, yeah, I do know the grass is green. And you got better things to do than sit there and argue with a donkey about something you know that's not true. And then you brought it in front of me to begin with. So why did you even do that? You guys got better things to do than to argue with donkeys about things you absolutely know are not true.
Yeah. See, the thing, what I have problem with Peso Man is he panel hogs. You know,
Yeah.
he'll, as you said, he'll talk for 5 minutes and let others talk for 1 minute. Then he's gonna interrupt, talk for 5 more minutes. Next thing you know, is basically his whole show. I was watching your whole live last week or last couple days, and I'm like, dang, this dude is taking over the whole panel, man. Um, some of the stuff he says is right, but some of the stuff he also says is wrong. And I feel like he's a hypocrite because he's over there in Uganda right now doing the same thing he's accusing the passport bros of. You know?
Exactly. Just something you mentioned, GMT, like the Kenya, like let's say the Kenya, right? Now, this is what Peso does. So like if I disagree on some things on Kenya and I'm on a panel, I'm gonna tell things in my perspective and give my opinion. I may get some pushback, but I know that at some point you're not gonna just keep going back and forth. You're gonna be like, all right, bro, that's how you feel. What I mean, it is what it is. But with Peso, he'll come and be like, man, Kenya not shit. Y'all shouldn't go. Um, you know, the chickens is like he would just discourage everything. You know what I mean? And don't nobody it's like how is that even applicable to the discussion? You know?
exactly because it's good and it's pros and cons about every place. Even me, I tell people all the time. I give them like the general like why I like a place and why I like it, but I'm like if you're this type of person, you might like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to do the non-bias. I feel like people can understand your opinion more when you just tell them non-bias. If I tell them even after I'm like, bro, if you want like super bad pros, Tanzania is number one. And when you land off your plane in Africa, the South Africa had the most bad chicks as far as like looks wise, like right away. You know what I'm saying? So there's other places that are number one. Like Kenya is just number one overall for me. So I kind of I feel like people like him, they can't come to that area where like you can just tell people like the pros and cons because you so like he has a certain like gender that's so in his mind. And I'm proud of you for even trying to like even be around people like that, because I don't even like how you say if we can't agree the grass is green, bro. I can't even talk to you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm just leave. I'm not even gonna argue. I mean, if you can make sense, if you can like make a point in your argument, some people can't. I'm like, all right, I feel you. But if
Yeah,
you just argue, I can't. It's nothing to talk about.
yeah. And I feel like his boy Rico, he's more. I kind of like. He's more respectful. He's like a peso man, but he's like more of a respectful. You know, he comes on the panel, respects others, let other talk. Peso man is the opposite. He interrupts guys. He talking over them. You know, he cussing them out. He cussed the host out, and I noticed he cusses what's his name, Andrew, so on his own show. Then he cussed, I believe, you on No Excuse on the last live. So, and to piggyback on Zed, Zed is basically the new peso man. You know, she's a peso man basically.
She's not as funny as him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, she's boring. I would say that.
but something like Ronan brought up, man, like the broken record. Like let's just set the record straight on this. You know what I mean? So nobody has to regurgitate this. I think the majority of the creators know that most guys are not looking for wives. So no, there's no need to keep saying, these guys keep saying they looking for wives. Nobody is saying that anymore, you know, from my knowledge. So that's an old argument. Nobody is saying they're looking for wives. Nobody is really saying that they're looking for relationships. So if nobody's talking about it, there's no reason to even argue about that. Make that argument. You know, um, if guys want to talk about hookers and whatever the case may be, it's a locker room, man.
Correct. Locker room, barbershop, however you want to look at it.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, um, people want to police. You got people want to police channels. Sometimes stuff deviates off topic. Sometimes people bring up politics or people bring up other things, but you know, the I don't like the I don't like people making statements on like why y'all talking about this, because that's what the fuck we want to talk about. That's
Crazy,
what we
bro.
want to talk about, man. Like, man, a grown ass man telling me why am I talking about this? Man, you
I
be
feel
want
like I feel like
to
he's the passport bro police officer. You know, he trying to police the whole passport bro community.
That's why I call him the Black Messiah. He thinks he's Jesus Christ and that he's here to save the passport community of brothers from going their wayward ways and lead them back to the land of milk and honey, America.
we're a place that he's not.
You know what? And I'm gonna say real quick before I slide, bro. What they don't know is like this stuff was going on before the passport bros had a name. That's just a name, a label that just came. But this like lifestyle and what we was doing, it's been going on. The only difference is I'm real with you. Even with YouTube, this is my biggest like dilemma. The dudes who went overseas, they never talked to dudes back in America. So
Mhm.
I feel like now with the passport bro movement and the internet, you have the expats and the travelers. We talk too much to dudes who are still back in American mentality, or they still trying to maintain the American mentality. And I feel like it's like a area with, and I'm saying like I think that's where like the problems, because back in the day before the internet, the dudes who was overseas, they were overseas. They didn't communicate. They didn't care what other people in America were doing. They didn't like care what y'all thought, or they didn't. I feel like now it's like people are still trying to play like both sides, and
Mhm.
like and people like him, even though he's in Uganda, whatever he at right now, he's still trying to. I don't know. try to keep that mentality. But before that, if you was in Uganda, you was in Uganda. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right.
man.
He
Just
ain't
kept
got
to
no.
yourself. And GMP, and that goes along with what I'm saying as a veteran. We've been traveling for years, man. Way before this shit even happened. You know, we're the ones that let everybody else in on where to go. And then y'all started going on your separate ways. You
And
get
he
what
ain't
I'm
got.
saying?
And he ain't got no hoes in Uganda. That was a crazy part.
That's Carlos. Yeah.
That's
Carlos
Carlos.
Red. Carlos Red is legit.
Okay. I mean, yeah. You know, Peso. He might come up at somebody else's name and shit. You know.
No, that's a real Carlos.
I'm definitely not Peso man. I have zero respect for Peso man. I have a video of this BAW who exposed Peso man on my channel. She had taken it down, but I had already made a copy of it and put it on my YouTube page. So yeah, so if you want to see it, you know, it's there. Yeah.
I mean,
she straight up exposed him big time. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, most guys we can see, you know, that can read people. You can see right through. You can see right through him. You can see his childhood trauma.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's something up with him. Yeah.
You know. Now he could have been effective. This is how he could have been effective if he wanted to be a passport bro, police or adversary. You know, because in entertainment, right? You got the Batman, and you got the Batman and the Joker or whatever the case may be. It's good for it's good for it's good for the space because it helps with analytics and it keeps people engaged on both sides. But he, you know, he could have been more effective. Like, yeah, he called out some things, he exposed some things that I'm not gonna repeat. But you know, he exposed some things that niggas was like, damn, man. you know, in the back of your head, because you like, man, I can't say it, but I'm glad he said it. So he's done a lot of those. He's done a lot of those things with certain people. And some people he was just out of line. You know, with Kevin Samuels, he was out of line. I think he was out of line, including Austin Holloman's mom and a lot of stuff. Um, going at people's significant others, those is all, red flag file on the play. But, he could have been effective if he was if all his claims was if he didn't deviate from like some of the things he discovered. You know what I mean? Like it's like when you mix lies and you mix the truth and you mix denial and ignorance, then everything else that was credible goes out the window.
Okay, what exactly did he say that was true? I don't recall him saying anything that was true.
Well, he exposed certain things.
Like what?
One thing that he used to say that I agree with. He used to say that how can guys say how good the women are when they can't speak the language? And I think there's some validity behind it.
Well, we always encourage guys to learn the language. We always encourage guys to learn the language. I mean, if you go to Latin countries, you need to learn Spanish. You go to Brazil, you need to go learn Portuguese. Africa, English is widely spoken in Africa, so you're pretty much good there. If you talk to enough people, you get a good gist of how the women are. What he was trying to do was he was trying to make it look like the foreign women were just like American women. And if someone says that to my face, I'm probably gonna curse them out because that's bullshit.
It was somebody, I'm not gonna say his name, but living in Brazil and couldn't speak Portuguese and wasn't looking for any serious relationships, but was the main spokesman on how these women are like this and how you can find a wife or girlfriend, but he didn't have anything to back what he was saying. So I felt like it was justified for him to be called out on that,
Okay. All right. But every guy I've spoken to who's been to Brazil had a great time there. So if you're not being treated like dirt, then that in itself makes them different.
Yeah, I mean,
so
know.
what is Peso Man's point? Everywhere we go, we be treated 1,000 times better.
No, his angle was that why are you listening to this particular YouTuber that can't back what he's saying? That was his angle. Why are you listening to this particular YouTuber? That everything.
Okay. Well, people can throw that right back at him. Can he back up anything he says? All he does is run his mouth and doesn't allow people to speak. But he can't back up nothing what he says. He's a demagogue. This whole thing started when this clown was told not to do something in Africa. Hey, you can't be humiliating these Africans on social media like that. That's going to be a major backlash against all of us. Instead of understanding that and say, okay, my bad, I won't do that again. He goes after all the passport bros after that. Now, what kind of sick, twisted mind is that? We don't need trash like him overseas. And he has the nerve to come on these platforms and people allow that piece of trash all that time to spew out his bullshit. That was low down. I wish that piece of shit would come on my platform with that shit.
Damn.
I wish it would. I know I'll put it in his damn place.
I'm gonna say I talked about like how unmanly his actions is. You know what I mean? He tried to call people, or I'm gonna say this, me at a time it was me. At a time it was me. We were supposed to fight, right? Or he called himself calling certain people out, right? Like I when I see, he just say when I see such and such, I'm gonna smack him, and no excuse and all that. So when I finally made it, to Africa last year, right? He was talking, all that shit. He had a live. He like, yeah, no excuse in South Africa. That nigga, he hiding and running from me. So somebody was like, yeah, Peso on live talking about you. So I pulled up. So I said, what's up, man? I said we could meet up. You know what I mean? I'm in South Africa. You in South Africa, man. Then he tried to laugh and play it off, and you know how niggas do when they ain't trying to fight. They change their tone. And I'm like, man, this nigga ain't trying to fight, man.
Yeah.
So that in itself made me realize, like, you're not the man that you say you're not the man that you say that are. Because if you got smoke for somebody all this time, you calling them out, you basically crying wolf at this point. You know what I mean? Because I pulled up. I'm like, yo, give me a date and a location. You know what I mean? I would have took time on my location. We could have, we could have linked. We could have got in a boxing gym, put it on live, put it on live or whatever. It could have been what it is. I would have had respect. I would have had respect for him. I would have had respect for him after that. He probably would have got he probably would have got respect from other brothers. Like, okay, and we probably would have been. A lot of times when you fight somebody, a lot of times you end up being cool.
You squash the beef and it's over with.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. But he's more than welcome to come on my platform. We can discuss it. But he's gonna be respectful whether he likes it or not. So it's just not his style. Now, he's how old is he?
He's in his 50s, man. He's in his 50s.
So he's older than me. But he acts like he's 18. No, he acts like he's more like he's 14, actually. But why would anybody take this guy seriously? Why? Well, that's all I got to say. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna. I really gotta go, but yeah, I just want to say something about that, Peso man. And hey, Ronan, it's good that your challenge is getting bigger. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of hours, brother. You already know.
You put in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I gotta go, but take care, man. All right.
All right now.
All right. And I invite people to my channel too. All right.
All right. Yeah. Check out Carlos Red, man. We can put the link.
Yeah, I actually checked out a live he did the other day. It was outstanding. It was really good information.
Darnell, what's good, man?
Another day in paradise. How about yourself?
Oh man, pretty good, man. Peso means to fuck with you too, man.
For what?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Where you at? Where you at right now?
I'm still at the crib.
You in the U.S.?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
Until next month, then he'll be in.
yes, sir. Counting the days.
Mm, that's a good
Oh,
point, man, King. Why is always an older cat so sour about everything, man? I don't know, man. You
It's
grumpy
not
old
all of
man.
us now. Stop it.
hmm.
Stop it. Don't even propagate that lie. It ain't all of us.
Grumpy old man, man. It's like it's a lot of it's not even old man too. You know what I mean? It's so many people that got disdain for the passport bros. Minister Jap is one of them. You know, there's some other
I,
people as well.
I thought Minister Jack was a passport bro.
No, 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 no. He hasn't traveled out the country before.
Uh,
You know, but people, what I'm realizing that is there are people that are fighting over influence. You know what I mean? They want to have influence, um, and
The
they
whole
don't
thing
like
is,
it.
there's enough space for everybody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah, but Ronan, the problem with American mentality, people they don't see it that way. Like I run into this even just in the job. Like you ever notice on a job, like somebody don't like you, they try to get you fired all the damn time. They
It's
act
always
like
somebody, yeah, always trying to be the head ninja in charge for whatever reason, even though it doesn't really matter. Just get your job.
yeah, yeah. You get your job, that's all it should be. But it's like it's like I don't know what it is in America. They act like we act like everything is so scarce, and it's really not. It's
yeah,
that American mentality.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some people. Some people try to what we call they try to dick measure. Based on like how well your channel is doing and stuff like that. Like I think he made a comment like he said he was a better YouTuber. You know, and when it comes to YouTube, there's a few aspects. Is one is you making money. Two, are you adding value to the people that are watching your channel? You know, and all that other stuff, people can talk about subscribers and likes and stuff like that. Some people do buy those things to inflate their
Hmm.
numbers. And um, some people drag other people down to pull themselves up. That's what
Yep.
Right.
Peso Man did, but when it comes to myself, like I'm solidified in the game, in the travel game, man. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm solidified, man. So
Like I'll be honest, Peso Man's very talented. I mean, you have to give him that. Like,
he has
I mean,
talent, but he doesn't know how to use it.
I think he uses it pretty good. He just don't know when to he goes overboard. He goes way overboard on shit.
You
You
know,
know.
anybody that loses their channel does not know how to you're not smart enough to keep your business afloat, you know. Um, and people that's another thing, a lot of people want to make it seem like they're so knowledgeable and so
Hmm.
smart, but if you lose your channel, you're not as smart as you say you are.
Sometimes people are just too smart for their own good. You know. I mean, just take a look at Fresh and Fit for example. You know, you got to admit those guys they were real good. But they got into all this dumb shit, just couldn't leave certain things alone.
No, you have to. Fresh and Fit, yes, they knew they were successful making money off YouTube, but
Hmm.
they weren't the best. They they wasn't the best business people when it came to protecting their money. Like if you what they say, if you lose the bag, like
Hmm.
that's not, you can't really say you smart to your own good. Like there has to be some little voice in the back of your head to say, you know what, like this is basically what I'm saying. Playing within the rules, right?
Hmm.
You know, this is why, you know, I, some people don't. There are some people that may not like me as well because I play within the rules, right? Some people may say, man, you should do this, you should do this way, and I may have a slower approach to doing things. Even when I was like young growing up, you know, I went to college, I did things the right way, and then I had like a cousin that was, you know, felonies, was in the streets, and he like, bro, I got the same. He like, I got the same things as you. You know what I mean? Whether it's a car or clothes or fashion like that. Like even though you think that the way I moved about it was you could look at it as a waste of time or not strategic, but the way you obtain things is not sustainable. It's going to eventually crash and burn. So, um, yeah, you can set up your business and you can make a lot of money, but if it fails, just because you had some temporary success doesn't mean that you're the best business savvy person. You know, you have to be pretty dumb to not follow the rules. I'm just a person that always follow the rules. A lot of people don't like that about life. They don't like going by the book. You know.
Yeah. Well, you gotta remember too is what is the devil's favorite sin? Vanity. A lot of people when you're successful, a lot of people have too much pride, too much vanity. They feel invincible, and that's where I think Peso Man, Fresh and Fit, and the likes. You know, that's where I think they fucked up. It's not that again. It's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's just in Fresh and Fit's case, you start talking about a certain religious demographic, um, and you can't
Follow
do
the
that.
rules. Follow the rules.
Exactly, just like
Follow
you
the
said, you
rules.
follow the rules. But
You know.
some people, I make the rules. But again, that goes to pride.
Yeah. Some people think they can start a new channel. YouTube says if you lose your channel, you cannot start another channel. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And people don't get caught doing it because they either not big enough or people not reporting it. But that's the rules. So I don't know why when people say, "Oh man, I lost the channel, I'm just gonna start a new one." Yeah, you can. Yeah, you could get away with it until somebody reports it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Once again, people think that people don't follow the rules. If I
Yeah.
lost, if I lost, if I lost, if I lost the channel, I know I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
Mm.
You know, do something else. Um, you know, so yeah, yeah. People that don't follow the rules, in my opinion, they really can't. They really don't have the cachet to say that they know better than somebody else. You know.
Yep. Yep.
He said, sometimes you can't be nice. No, you can't be nice, man. Yeah, a lot of people be dick policing, dick measuring, man, having a dick measuring contest. That's the stuff that's the stuff a lot of brothers try to get away from, man. We grew up competing against each other as men in high school and the neighborhood and life, you know.
Hmm.
This is the passport bro movement, and this is why I used to well, I ain't gonna say used to, but appreciate You know, when I used to go to Sosua and see the camaraderie and guys like speaking to each other, you know, having conversation with strangers,
Hmm.
everybody was happy. You know, you could see another guy with the girl you was with the day before or hour before, and you don't feel nothing about it because no one's competing against each other.
Yep. Well, like I said, the larger the group, the worse it becomes. Um, I mean, I saw this in the days before the Passport Bros. Or I think the Passport Bros were there, but it wasn't what it was today. There was no, there wasn't any. I don't think there was any YouTube channels or anything, but they were all in like little blogs and stuff or Facebook groups. Um, I was part of. I was part of some of the groups, and that's how I could tell, man, the pookies were coming.
Mm.
I saw that shit coming. I was in Saudi Arabia, man. There was this one guy. Um, still ain't forgot the name, but me and him got into it, and but he wanted to turn the group into a pay channel, or not channel, but a pay group. Like subscription, this and that, and then okay, yeah, we're gonna start flying people through. And I knew what that was about. Basically, this dude was trying to be a Jay Rello before Jay Rello.
Mm.
You got to remember this was 2015. You're trying to get other dudes to pay for vacation. Yeah, there's brothers that can't afford to pay, man. We can all group our money together and we can all travel. These women are waiting for us and all this other. I'm saying, man, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I'm like, because first of all, I had already went to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, you in for a rude awakening. If you think you're gonna get off that goddamn plane and women are just gonna throw themselves at you because of your blue passport, I'm like, you a damn fool.
Yeah.
And I said, I ain't gonna be paying for shit like that, because I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up in the brothels and stuff, or dealing with the street girls. That's what was going to happen. Then and then natural, of course, you were going to have the Jay Rellos of the world, show up and just mess it up for everybody.
One thing I want to mention while I'm thinking about it with YouTube is that if you want to say what you want, you gotta have sponsorships. Like I study like Cameron and May show, and
Mhm.
when they do their daily I guess shows, they don't have commercials. They don't have commercials on their shows. It's not they don't monetize some of those streams because they're cussing, they're saying what they want. But they got
Mhm.
who's they sponsor? DraftKings. So they got, what I mean? They just sponsor, they just promote DraftKings, what I mean? They got like a multi-million-dollar deal promoting, so they don't have to rely on YouTube ad revenue on some of those streams. Fresh and Fit, if they had a sponsor that would sponsor them, they didn't really need to depend on YouTube for their paid partnership program. You know what I mean? But I don't think
They
no
had
company would
they
have
had
sponsored.
they had a couple of sponsors actually. They had Blue Chew. For a minute, they had Tej Henley. Uh, they had Rocket. Who is Rocket Money or something like that?
I don't know if
Rocket
they.
Mortgage.
I don't know if they had a multi-million-dollar deal. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was multi-million, but
No, they never got a sponsorship. While some of the other guys that they traveled in the same groups, they got
mhm.
sponsorships and contracts. Fresh and Fit never did.
No, they used to have T. Shenley. I remember they used to do those cheesy, especially the damn, who was it? There was I think it was Blue
Yeah,
Chew.
but everybody basically gets tease handling as a teaser type of. They didn't get no major contract where they're getting multi-million-dollars. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
Right? No, yeah, I know it wasn't no multi-million.
Yeah.
yeah. Basically, you making enough money from sponsors. You don't need YouTube. You're just using YouTube for your subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to reach a certain level to probably get those type of sponsorship. You gotta have the following to get those type of sponsorships. But
Yeah. But then by then too, you also have once you do get those sponsors, you truly can't really say what you want to say though either. You know what I'm saying? Because then they'll pull out. Oh, hey man, we don't agree with this,
You're
man.
offending our stockholders. Now you got to
Exactly.
stockholders and everybody else
Yeah.
when you go and sell off your freedom for that
Yeah.
sponsor. You know what I mean?
I
it
just
depends.
recall.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I just recall when Kobe got accused of
Mm-hmm.
of grape. When he got accused, man, his sponsor deals went down the tube. McDonald's. I can't remember all the sponsors, but Kobe had a bunch of sponsors, but
Well,
they
yeah,
all.
anything criminal linked to criminal, investigation gonna get kind of.
But that was an accusation. Remember, you're in the court of law. You're innocent until proven guilty. They were leaving his ass before he was.
Hey Jay Moss, I can hear you kind of mumbling a little bit, your mic again, bro, is just
No, I wasn't
there
talking.
you go.
Can you know?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. Sorry about
Yeah, I
that.
wasn't talking.
Go ahead, bro. You can talk, J Mo.
Hey, Darnell, I'm on here for a minute. I'm gonna get off here. Yo, Darnell,
Yes, sir.
hey, you fake ass motherfucker. What the fuck you on here? These pedals for?
Oh my
What?
goodness.
This
Come on,
not
I'm
a
Jay.
sorry.
smoke.
What?
It's not a
What?
smoke show, man. This not a
Come
smoke show,
on, Jay
man.
Moss. What you doing, man?
Oh, it's not yo, get your fucking fake ass off of here.
Damn.
Okay.
He's always
See, that's men can't
wow.
men can't have respect, man. That's just
Uh,
as an example, man. This is
yeah.
the only
But what?
drawback. The only thing I don't like about social media and online is that I don't know how to deal with situations when I can't do anything about it. For example, right? If we were in a public space and somebody, a guy is less likely to walk up and say, "Man, bitch ass nigga, what the fuck you talking about?" Like that is not gonna really happen in a lot of instances. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so people can say what they want, online and stuff like that, and that they really wouldn't do in person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I don't. That's the thing I don't like about social media. You
Yeah.
know? And that's why I try to avoid smoke conflicts and smoke because it's not real. It's not real. You know what I mean? Saying I'm gonna smack you when I see you. To me, that is not real.
Yeah. I just hate that because it gives our community a bad image. It gives us a real bad image. Every time it's like, there's always this saying, you know, you can't, black people, you can't do anything. We can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? We can't get together. We can't do nothing because there's always going to be a shooting. There's always going to be a stabbing or whatever, or a fight. And when I see black YouTube, it's the same thing, except, it's all virtual. Nothing in person, but it's all virtual. I'm pull up, cam up, I'm gonna smack you across your face. All this other crap, all this tough guy shit.
I
And
heard
it just
somebody. Time out. I heard somebody up the strap on the J Rel stream, but somebody pulled this up the strap on a live, bro.
What you mean?
Somebody like pulled out a gun on the live stream.
What? No, I ain't heard that yet.
I heard that. Somebody told me that. Let me know if anybody listening, like, if y'all heard about that, man. I heard somebody. I'm like, bruh, come on, man. That's the weakest shit ever, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you though, man. I almost had my moment, man. I almost had my moment where I almost did that. You know what I'm saying?
What, pull a stunt
Yep.
on camera?
Yep.
Man, should nobody get you out your element like that?
You know, you're right. You know what I'm saying? I had a moment of weakness. You know, like I said, I'm not proud of it. You know, it was just, man, when you know, somebody called me stolen valor and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you don't do that. You just don't fucking do that. You don't call somebody stolen valor unless it's true,
Oh yeah.
you know. And you know, when this person did that, like I said, it just totally disrespectful towards me, you know. And I mean, this wasn't a case of, you know, hey, you know, he called me a ugly dude or called me a bitch or something. This was a case of calling me stolen valor and shit, man. I just, you know, dude, I mean, I was about ready to shoot him. I mean, had his ass been right there in front of me,
Oh man,
dude, I'd be in jail. Like, I hate to say that, but I
man,
mean, I was that heated.
man. You know what I did when it was Peso? He used to put like these thumbnails on his community tab just to kind of troll, and I think he must have did something with like my wife. You know what I mean? I knew
Get out of here.
I knew my only recourse was, you know, I hit him with a lawsuit. You know,
Oh wow.
now I couldn't, you know, I couldn't serve him because he's out the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, that
It-
lawsuit is still open. So you know, and you know what? I was gonna drop it. I was gonna say, you know what? You know what I mean? Like I don't you know, I don't hold grudges for too long. I was gonna drop it, but I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just I ain't gonna I'm gonna just leave it alone. You know what I mean? And now it's like shit. You know, if he able to get served one day, you know, he'll get served still, you know. But that's what happens when
yeah.
you try to be nice to people. I could have dropped it and then I would have had to start all up over again.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'll be honest with you. You're not the only one that's sued him. There's another content creator that sued him too.
I know at least two other people who might know one of the other people, you know.
Yeah. Shit. Had he had not been in Africa, I would have sued his ass myself.
You know.
I told him. I fucking told him. I said, man, if your ass wasn't in Africa, I'll sue your motherfucking ass. You know. But I just knew just like you said, you can't serve them. So it was like, what's the point of spending all this money?
Yeah, yeah. You know. Sometimes you can't really. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to, resort to violence all the time, man. You can fight people where other places where it hurt. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
You slap a white person, they not gonna, they might not fight you back, but they're gonna take your ass to court.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that episode of you remember the Boondocks?
Hmm.
The nigga moment episode?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Now that you said that, listen.
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment.
There you go.
Yes, sir. In that episode, and then they gave the two altercations, right? The black guy, they get into it, and then what happens when the white guy gets involved in a nigga moment? He goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I'm white," and just walks away. The black dude just, "Where you going? This is a perfectly good time to throw your life away."
Salute to Jay Ma for the $10 super chat. He says, "Why you block me?" LOL. I did not
Man,
block you. That's somebody
no,
else who blocked you.
no, I banned from the studio because this
Okay.
this is not a smoke show, and then it's
Right.
disrespectful to me as a host. You know what I mean?
There you go.
This stream is about people that come up on panels with their own agenda and not really address the topic. So You know what I mean? You're not blocked from the channel, or I'm just not bringing you up for that reason.
I wonder what J Moss's deal is with me though. Like, what was all that shit about?
I
Like,
don't know, man.
I ain't even done that. I don't even talk about J Moss. I don't even. I've been on a panel with him a couple of times, but yeah, I've never had no interaction. I'm wondering what that shit's all about. But hey, you think
When you have smoke for somebody, man, I mean, you call them. I mean, you're supposed to call them out. You know, have a duel. But I don't even like that no more, because 99.9% of people that called out talking about fighting, it never happened. It never
nah
happened. The only respectable fight that happened was, Milano and
QB?
and then I heard, I don't know those guys, but I think it was some dude named Carter and somebody else that had a fight before, but I don't really know too much about that, so I'm not going to speak on it. But most people, I see you, HB. But yeah, most people, man, they don't be serious, man.
The person that's sitting in the back right now has an ongoing Discord with them, and it's on site right now. So it might happen pretty soon. You never know. And Africa.
Oh, who you talking about?
The rumble in the jungle.
No, that ain't going. That's not gonna happen, because I was in Africa and it didn't happen.
Oh man,
it didn't happen. And yeah, we might be on that same trip anyway. But it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want him to wait. I wouldn't even want. It's a waste of time. Oh, he said CC got beat up. I don't know how to unblock you from the slide from StreamYard after I put the block. J Moss.
You have to hit the 3 little dots in the StreamYard, and then it should say something about unblock or something like that if you blocked him.
What part of StreamYard?
In the comment section, there's 3 little dots next to the person's name on the far right. Hit those 3 little dots and see if it gives you an option to unblock him or something.
No, because he's
not blocking he's on my channel, so
he's commenting from
you did in here.
He's commented on your stream. I'll look in YouTube and I'll look and see. I don't see it on my end though. Let's see. Oh yeah, they fought. Okay. Salute the backpack Val, man. Salute the backpack Val, man. Yeah, man. People don't be people don't be honoring. People just say, let's fight, pull up, but they don't really
mean it.
They don't mean it. They don't show up. It's just a waste of time. You have somebody in the gym working out, getting ready for a fight, and then they renege. Is I haven't asked them, but is the other fight still going on? Yoga and
nah.
Hell no.
They say in December it's supposed to go down, but it's not going to go down. Not that I heard of. Nakmeezy said he stays ready, but
they've been saying that shit for 2 years, man.
As far as
2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like it started off with a street fight, then it turned into an official boxing match. And it's like it's not even about beef no more. It's like it's about just I don't even know what it's about. I'm not gonna even speculate, But it's just a waste of time. People go ahead. Go ahead, Derek.
It might have been just they who knows, they might even be in it together, you know what I'm saying? They're just getting the YouTube drama beef going, to kind of, sell content.
Yeah, it just you get people emotions all riled up and excited about something, and then it don't happen. It's for me, it's a little disappointing,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna just get my closing thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Let's be men. We all have different content creators in the travel space. Like we all have our quote unquote respective locker rooms. What I call locker room talk, depending on the subject, man. And let's ban the Peso man is banned. That's the takeaway of the stream. He's banned. Um, you know, I'm I'm done with him. I hope other passport bros, travel content creators are done. He doesn't add any value. He doesn't add any value to at least hopping up on panels and stuff like that. You know, and and people doing this internet talk, like, holler at a person when you see them in person. You know, holler at a person when you're gonna see them in person. Like it is not to me is weak and is unmanly to be arguing, trying to cut somebody out online. I mean,
Hmm.
there might be somebody could be disrespectful and you gotta defend yourself. It's all good, but to make a long story short, act how you would act in person online. Act how you would act in person if we was all sitting around the table. You know, and I'm gonna land with that, man. You
All
got
right, brother.
anything to add, Ronan or Darnell?
No,
Let me
man,
know.
this is your show. I mean, this is your whole thing. So, I think you should land the plane and we're gonna go out
Yeah.
with your words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey, Ronan, I could use some advice, man, after the show, man, if you got a moment.
All right, I'll talk to you in the green room, brother, as soon as we end this.
All right,
Appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all tuning in. We out.
Yeah. Got the flight book, it's a library. I'm in that deal. Just took a flight to Bora and foreign cars like foreigners. Berry on her. Up in France, bitch, bonjour. I been come to go soon. We going Paris tomorrow. Only Paris we carry, spin at the mall. We doing the same alone. My diamonds be saying, add some more change. That's the same alone. Dripping all the way from home and taking the wrong. Got the flight book, it's a library. We ain't flying solo. Tune in to the show. It's the Passport Bros. No excuse entertainment. Jay Slay on the show. Turn it up some more. It's the Passport Bros.